Hey, what's up? This is Gudii with a new video for hunting places for paladins. This time I'm going to show you where to do the high class lizards task. So first of all, even though the title of the video says not Muggy Plains and the spawn on the screen is showing you otherwise, don't get confused, it's not a clickbait. I was planning on skipping this entirely, but I thought I might as well explain my reason of why I don't recommend or like Muggy Plains myself. The Muggy Plains is such an overhyped spawn that even low 50s are constantly asking for help to get access to it in order to start hunting, which is something that I don't agree on, to be honest. Like, even though it is possible to hunt on low levels, it's not very efficient and any profits you might get are gonna end up covering your waste. But it's not only the low levels, it's everyone in general. Like I said, this is such an overhyped spawn that every time I try coming here there will be at least 3 people or more, which makes the spawn even worse since you're sharing with other people. Besides that, there's also the killer caimans, which are really annoying since you cannot kite them, but the worst part in this spawn is the terrain in here, which has some spots that seems like you can walk through but it's not, and instead you constantly keep getting blocked. But if despite all of that you want to try the Muggy Plains, my personal recommendation is to hunt on this area. Moving on to the actual spawn that I hunted is in the South Palace. Everyone knows about this spawn because it's somewhere you have to go in order to get access to the Muggy Plains, but everyone also seems to not realize how many lizards are in here. Instead, they end up ignoring the fact that this can be a really good spawn, which ended up being really good for me. In all my times hunting here, I never saw anyone else actually hunting in here. Sure, I will see people coming in sometimes, but they were only passing by to the quest and that's it. So the spawn was always empty, and in my opinion is a lot better compared to the Muggy Plains. However, this is not a spawn that you can hunt as a low level. There's a lot of lizards with not that much space to run, so you need to be able to at least take damage from 3 at a time. So I recommend at least level 100, but if you have good skills, you should be okay at level 90. In here, you will only find the 3 main classes of lizards, the legionnaires, the high wards and the priests. The route is really simple, all you gotta do is clear your way in until where you get the Tome of Knowledge and then go back up to the entrance and repeat the cycle. At the levels from the 100s to 130, you shouldn't ever run out of a spawn. Yes, sometimes there won't be any monsters left on your way back, so all you gotta do is haste up to the next floor and that's it. Moving on, there's another great alternative, which similar to the South Palace a lot of people seem to ignore, and is on the way to the North and South Plantations. For this you need to do the Wrath of the Emperor Mission 1, but you should still do Mission 2 regardless in order to activate the teleport and come back easily next time. Assuming you've already been here after doing the quest and you have activated the teleport, we're gonna start from there. Here all you gotta do is to get out of the mountain and then head east. The hunting place is all the route from here to the palace and backwards. I recommend like a level 120. It's not mandatory however, but it should make your hunts more efficient. Just keep in mind that it will be more difficult than the previous spawns because there's more lizards and there's also other creatures like the mutated tigers, the soul eaters and killer caimans. But this time that's a benefit because all of them add some really good profit to your hunts. The soul eaters drop good money, same goes for the killer caimans, and with the mutated tigers you can get some saber tooth which are really valuable on all servers. When hunting here, make sure you head south towards the 5th mission of the Children of Revolution place, because in that gate there's a lot of lizards which is something that you must kill when hunting here. The only thing that's optional is killing the soul leaders which are located in the plantations and usually don't come close enough to get aggro by passing by, and instead you need to walk a little bit further in to lure them. Everything in here can be guided with the exception of the lizards in the palace or the tower, however you wanna call it. There you just gotta man up to the lizards, but it's part of the hunting route. If you don't do it, you will end up without a spawn sometimes. After you're done with the tower, just head back to the start and that's it. Repeat the cycle until you run out of supplies. As for the profit, in all that the spawn is guaranteed, you will cover your waste with the gold and the some creature product. The profit comes from any rails you loot, which sometimes they drop quite often and sometimes you're going to get unlucky, but overall it's still reliable and you should always make some money. Now, moving on to the last alternative, I only found about this spawn very recently on my way to kill one of the Thais bosses, so I regret not knowing about it beforehand because I believe it might be the best place for paladins and is located in the Muggy Plains close to the fire portal. You can get here by going to the Muggy Plains and head northeast or get through the fire portal in Thais. For this you need to talk to the NPC I believe and say hi Temple Father, yes. Once here, just follow this route and the place you wanna get is to the second floor. The first floor is also decent alternative for low levels looking for profit, because there is a lot of mutated tigers. On the second floor, there's only lizard legionnaires and chosens. The legionnaires are the best lizards to hunt as a paladin because they're very weak to physical and their damage is not too high. And the chosens are also fairly easy to kill, even more than the high-gors, and they drop better loot. These are the only two kind of lizards in here, and the floor is big enough for a paladin around level 100 to hunt without any trouble. There is also enough space to kite, so it really shouldn't be difficult. In this recording I'm level 200, so I might be wrong, but like I said, this is a spawn that I didn't know about until now, which is why I don't have any recordings of when I was a lower level. But either way, I'm pretty confident that this spawn should be really easy to hunt and possibly the best out of the three. And that's it for this video. I hope you liked these alternatives. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Also, additionally, if you feel like supporting me, read the description in the video for more information. See you next time. The boss for this task is located in the Muggy Plains and is very easy to kill and kite, so don't worry too much about it. Also, don't expect good loot either.